Alright guys, BOJoeKO here, and we're back with our Dallas Stars GM mode. So we did the draft last time, drafted pretty well, drafted all forwards this year in the draft, basically that were good potential-wise. So now let's start to re-sign our players and get these guys on our team, shall we? So actually I should turn my light on, because I forgot to do that. Alright, turn the light on. Alright, so let's get rid of some of these guys who we know we do not need anyway. So let's start from the back end, start at goalies, and we'll work our way around. So, Christopher Nilstorp, we do not need you. Release you to free agency. No, thank you. Tyler Beskorwani, no way, we don't need you. I'll just release... tender qualifying offer to him, because we could technically still trade him if we so wish for any team that wants to take him. Nah, I'll just release him in free agency. That's fine. We don't need him. Okay, so Vyashkalov Grigorenko, guy apparently we drafted. Same with Philippe DeRosier. Yeah, we still didn't sign him either. So that's fine. We don't need to sign either of those guys. Grigorenko's 3 red stars. We don't need to worry about him. Jeremy Smith, Ellis, Campbell, and Lettinen. Yeah, we're fine for goalies, so that's taken care of. Defenseman. All right, so Kuldala. Now we don't need you. Release. Yep, that stupid glitch is still back. Jace Coyle, nope, we don't need you. Release you. Cameron Gaunts, no, we don't need you. Released you to free agency. Brendan Dillon, okay, so we need to sign you. You're 81 overall now, so that's nice. You went up 1 this year. Okay, you only want a 2-year deal, that's fine. I think I'll give you a 3-year deal at okay, well, if you increase your contract, you are going to go up, so that's good to know. A 3-year deal will bring you to 25. 4-year deal will bring you up to your 26. So I'll do that for Dylan. Actually, 27 will bring it up to. Okay, so let's see. So 2-year deal, 4-year deal for you. Okay, 15% rule. So we could take 2 mil off of that, and then another mil. So we could take 3 mil off of that. So about what? About 2.5, maybe around 2.5 for Brendan Dillon. 4-year deal, 2.5 for 81 overall defenseman, 2.5 mil. That seems fine to me. I think. We'll do 2.555, 550 for that. All right, we'll do that for Dillon. Okay, see if he accepts that. Hubert Labrie, we don't need you. Release you to free agency. Okay, Ryan Button, we don't need you either. Release you. Thoreau, we don't need you. Does that stupid glitch. And Klingberg, we don't need either. Can release him to free agency. Okay. Levy, oh, Austin Levy actually turned into a 3.5 red star guy now. Alright, interesting. Interesting. Alright, so there's all our defensemen taken care of. Everybody else is signed. So we don't have to worry about that. Right wingers, Colby Armstrong, we don't need you. I can release you to free agency. I'll pick somebody up. Austin Smith, don't need him either. Colton Skeever, we don't need him either. I can get rid of him. Clean up the team. Richard Panik is one guy who we do need to sign. All right. So Panik, you're already 23. You only want 1 year at 0.75. Okay, if we do increase the list. Oh, he wants a 2-way deal. Okay. I'll give you a 3-year deal then for the max 2-way deal I can give you at that. Actually, I'll give you 2 years. Nah, 3 years at that. Why not? Max 2-way deal I can give him. I didn't know he wants a 2-way deal, so that's fine by me. All right, Austin Ferguson, we will sign him. Get Ferguson on our team. There you go. Left wingers. Yeah, left wingers. Gazdick. We don't really need him. I can release him to free agency. Roussel, I will sign. He probably wants a 2-way deal as well. No, he wants a 1-way. All right. Yeah, he's still a 4th liner. Yeah, 2-year deal will be fine. Could take off a mil, like 100,000, and then like another 50. So about 1.1. 1.1 for Antoine Roussel for 2 years. Get that. Nick Ritchie, our top prospect. Get this guy signed, most definitely. There you go, Nick. Playing with your brother this year. All right, so centers. Got a lot of centers here. Toby Peterson, we do not need. Vernon Fiddler, I guess I should sign him just in case. He could be depth. He still has pretty good face-offs. Let's see. So I'm only going to make it a 1-year deal, though, for Fiddler. At 2.45. I'll just put him at 1.2 for Fiddler. Actually, I can move it down to about a mil. 1.15 for Fiddler for 1 year. Francis Wyther, no, we don't need him. Ryan Garbutt, is he still decent? Not really. We're gonna sign a lot of guys in free agency this year to make it to the AHL team, most definitely. Chris Mueller, nah, we don't need him. Wandell, I will sign because I think he did get better this year. 1 year, 0.97, yeah, it's fine for me. You can play the fourth line. Tristan King, nope, don't need him. And Cody Eakin, we do need to sign him. Okay, he wants 3 years at 2.1. That'll bring him up to, he's 26. Yeah, that's fine by me. I'll bring him up one more. Yeah, 3 years is fine. So 2.125. I can take off 2 mil, so I'll bring it down to like 1.925. 925, and then another mil, 825. So 1.85 for Cody Eakin for 3 years. Maselli now. Curtis Volk we do need to sign. Sign him up. And Horlock, sign him up. That's basically it. We're going to have a lot of money to work with this year in cap for free agency. That's most definitely. Alright, so I think that's it. Forwards. I think that's basically it. Eakin, Panic, Roussel, Wandell, and Fiddler. Yep, let's advance a day. Definitely not going to take long at all. We can get started in free agency right away. Definitely going to be able to pick up a lot of good guys at free agency, hopefully, for this first year. Okay, so Fiddler renewed, that's good. Wandell renewed, Brenton Dillon renewed, Cody Eakin renewed, Roussel's back. Richard Panic rejected it. Okay. Richie, Horlock, Volk, and Ferguson. Okay, so Richard Panic is the only guy who's left. He wants a 1 year 2-way deal. That's interesting. Well, you're going to be playing up on the NHL team regardless, so I might as well give you the 3 years that you want. I could sign him for like 4 years. Nah, yeah, maybe we should do a 1 year 2-way deal. We'll do a 2-way. We'll do 2 years on a 2-way for that much. See if he gets back to us on that. See what Richard Panic does about that. Okay, you're not interested in the 2-way deal, but yet you want a 2-way deal. I don't understand you, brother. All right, we'll make it a 1-way, and we'll do 3 years at 1.4. That's a steal pretty much for him. So 1.355 plus another like 50, so 1.35 for Panic for 3 years. That's still more than enough. That's a pretty good steal. If he turns out to be a good player, it's a steal for Panic. There you go. Okay, cool. Alright, so there's this 3-star guy who we still do not have signed. Any unsignee guys we have to worry about? Nope, all skaters. Goaltenders. Just this DeRosier guy. Yeah, that's it. We don't need to really worry about any of these guys. We're good. We're good. Alright, I think that's it. Everybody is re-signed. And let's get going in free agency here. And let's see what we're going to have to pretty much be on the lookout here for this coming year. Because we're going to need some good players to fill this roster up. We definitely have a lot of room. We have $16.5 million to work with in free agency. That's a lot of money, so we definitely have a lot to work with here. Yep. Okay, so before we go into that, let's look at our contract situation one more time. and see what we do have so far. Okay, so the forwards. So we're going to have Ben, Huberdeau, Sagan, line 1, Tarasenko, Eakin, Peverley, Chasen, Roussel, Panic. Okay, so Panic will be on here. That's basically it. So we have Ben, Huberdeau, Sagan, line 1, Tarasenko, Eakin, and then probably Panic, second line. And then Peverley, Chasen, and Roussel maybe for the third. So we do need some fourth line guys, but I definitely would not. We have a good top six, like couple really good studs. Ben's good. Ben's a first liner. Huberdeau's a first liner. Sagan's a first liner. Tarasenko's second line. Eakin on the second line. Chasen probably on the third line. Panic's on the second line. So we really just need to fill out some depth pretty much. But we do have $16 million left to work with here. We could get a really good second liner to work with Tarasenko. Maybe if we get a second line center. A second line center would not be bad because then Tarasenko and Panic on both sides of him, two snipers. So second line center would not be bad. Defenseman, we definitely need to see what we have here for defense. So we have Daly, Goligoski, Dylan, and Alexiak. So we do need two really good defensemen. If we can find two really good stud defensemen, that'll be good. So we really need depth. We need some depth players, two possibly really good defensemen, and we do need a backup goalie because we need Letnit and Campbell. Or maybe we could have Campbell start this year. Who knows? Who knows how good or bad he's going to jump at all? Because remember, the jump for these overalls for their players comes after free agency is over. So let's go into free agency and let's see what players are going to be available and who we can go after here. Okay, so I'm going to sort this by unrestricted free agents, forwards, and Daniel Sedin. Daniel Sedin is available in free agency. Holy shit. But I don't think we need him, though. We don't need him. We already have Huberdeau, Jamie Benn, and Tyler Seguin. We don't need a player like Daniel Sedin, even though I would love to pick him up. I really don't think we need to go after him. So, potential-wise, let's see. So, there's a couple good prospects here. Lucas Sutter, Mersak, no, we don't need. Scott Kamiskachuk. Kosmachuk, duh. What the hell am I saying? So, Kosmachuk's available. There's lots of 3.5 Red Star guys. Eric Wellwood's on there. Lee, Bork, Zuccarello, Radula. Yeah, there's a lot of 3.5 Red Star guys. So, we can sign a lot of these guys to play for our AHL team. So, that'll be good. Okay, so defensemen. Petrie, Summers, Gryba, Martin. Yeah, there's a lot of 3.5 Red Star guys. And goaltenders, we need a good backup this year as well. Oscar Dance, yeah, this guy actually looks pretty dang good. Eddie Lack is a backup, so that could be maybe good for a backup. Richard Bachman, Reichel Helenis, Nico Hovinen, Anders Nielsen, McCollum, Poulin, Kevin Poulin's available. Stalock, Pasquale. Yeah, there's a lot of good prospects this year for this first year, so that's definitely good. Okay. All right, so let's start with defensemen because that's one thing that the Dallas Stars need. All right, so overalls, Jeff Petrie is the top defenseman here for free agency so far. So he's the top 4 guys, 4 stars. Petrie, defensive defenseman. 24 points in 82 games last year. It was a +4, so that's not bad. Sammy Salo, no, he's 39 years old. Keith Ballard, Mark Fane, Scott Hannon, Douglas Murray, Babchuk, Stoner, Clark, Sanguinetti, Gervais, Courant, Paul Ranger, Cam Barker, Paul Mara, Keith Hawley, Gryba, Eric Gryba. Nah, okay, so I think we should go after Petrie. Petrie is the top guy on here, and it wouldn't be bad for us to pick up a guy like Jeff Petrie. Defensive defenseman, not the best shot, but he does keep the puck out of the net. That's what Goligoski and Daly. I don't know if I should stock. I really need an offensive defenseman, though. That's the thing, though. That's kind of tough, though. I really want an offensive defenseman. Like Salo, he's an offensive defenseman as well. He's a two-way. How good was Petrie's offensive category? He's a good shot. His offensive stats really aren't that good. He's more just like a defensive defenseman. Keep the puck out of the net. But that's what Dallas is kind of known for. Dallas is known for their really big defensive defenseman guys. And there's not really even any offensive guys on here, I think. No, there's the first offensive defenseman that we run into is Cam Barker anyway, so it's not even like a really good uh, restricted free agents. Okay, unrestricted free agents. Okay, so Jeff Petrie is the guy I think we should go after, but we have to overextend for him. That's the thing, though. I think we should just get two good top defensemen here. Like Salo wouldn't be bad, but then he would retire probably next year because he's 39. Douglas Murray, I think we maybe could get him. I mean, his defensive category is actually pretty decent. 9 points in 82 games though last year. That's the thing, because these guys can still get affected after this year. Sammy Salo had a pretty good year, but I think he would drop anyway just because of his age. So we have to look for somebody who had a pretty good year, but is still kind of young. Age. Let's see. Top overall guy at age. Lowest age. Overall. Bobby Sanguinetti, maybe. He didn't even play last year at all. So you know he's not going to turn out all that great. Maybe we should try to go after Jeff Petrie. I mean, we need two defensemen. We could go after a guy like Petrie, because that would be costing us maybe around like 5.5 mil for Petrie. Jeff Petrie. I keep saying Petrie. I think it is Petrie anyway. That would be 5.5. That would bring us down to about 11. Then we need to sign another defenseman. That will cost us about. We could probably get somebody like maybe like a Douglas Murray, maybe like a Fane or somebody like that. That would bring us down to about like 8 or 9, and then we still need to sign some depth guys. All right, so let's make the offer to Jeff Petrie here. He wants 3 years. Yeah, he wants 3-year deal at 4.9. Cause see that's a problem though, cause we may run into salary cap issues though. Let's sign some depth first. Let's sign our depth players first. All right, so Sedin, we don't need to go after him. Niels, all right, let's take a look at all these other guys that are going to be good here. Dave Bolland might be pretty good for depth. Yeah, Dave Bolland's actually really good defensively. I also want to look for some like third line scorer guys too, because that was our problem last year, was that we couldn't really score goals. So I maybe want to look for some depth guys who can play defense but can also pop the puck in the net every now and then. Like, let's see. I need some third line scorers. Let's see. Bruner, he didn't play last year at all. Jason Arnett, nope. Fedotenko, no. Dominic Moore. Third line scorers, Colin Greening, Dustin Penner. Gagne didn't play last year at all. Talbot maybe be good for the fourth line. 20 points last year, so that's not bad. Cogliano. Maybe Jarrett Stoll. Stoll's actually really good defensively. He had a pretty good year. Alright, so I think we'll sign Jarrett Stoll. Jarrett Stoll, he wants 3-year deal at 1.7. I only want 1 year for you. 2 years, I'll make it. 2 years at 2.3. 10. Just give you what you want for Stoll. So there's one player that we got. Antropov, Bolland. Bolland wouldn't be bad as well. Bolland would be probably a good person to pick up. 26 points last year. UC Jokinen. UC Jokinen had a really good year, actually. Jokinen wants a 3-year deal at 2.7. Winnipeg and the Islanders are interested in him, though. Let's see. Stoll, there was one team interested in Stoll. Talbot's asking for a lot. Let's see. Ponikarovsky. Ponikarovsky didn't have that bad of a year. He's pretty good defensively. Actually, his offensive category actually is pretty decent as well. See if we can sign Ponikarovsky to 1-year deal. 1-year deal at 2.1. So put 145 for Ponikarovsky. And let's see what else we have here. Just trying to think here who I need on my team. I'm just trying to think it through. We'll get those guys first. Defenseman. All right. I gotta go after Petrie, man. I have to. 3 years though is a lot of money. Detroit's asking for him, so we'll have to bump it up to like 5.2. I'll put up for Petrie. 3 years, 5.2 for Petrie. We'll probably have to trade him away at some point. Then we do need one more defenseman as well. And let's see. Fane. Keith Ballard had a pretty good year. Yeah, I know. We'll go after Keith Ballard. Keith Ballard had a pretty good, decent year. I'm only going to give him a 1-year deal at 3.45. So I'll see myself keeping Ballard for a while. All right, so there's our 2 defensemen, hopefully, if Petrie signs with us. All right, and now let's start looking at some backups here for goaltenders. All right, so overalls, DiPietro, Breezgalov, Harding, Thomas Greiss, Hudobin, Ald, Leighton, Biron, Ben Scrivens. Eddie Lack is probably a guy who I would want to sign. Let me take a look at this again. Okay, this Oscar Dance guy I'm signing. Why not? There's a lot of teams interested in him, so I'm going to give this guy the max contract that you can possibly have. 3 years for this guy. Why not? Eddie Lack, I will sign him. He's already 26 years old. How long can we sign him for? No teams are really interested in him. We could give him like a 4 or 5 year deal. 7-year deal. Let's give him a 4-year deal that'll bring him till he's like 30 years old at 1.1 mil for a backup. Let's see how he does. Because 77 overall is not that bad. Because he could still get a jump this year. Actually, how good did he do this year? 18 and 16. It's not bad. It's not horrible. 2-year deal as well. Now we'll give him like if you bump it up, it looks like he does get better. 3-year deal. I'll just give him a 3-year deal. Why not? If he doesn't turn out, then we could just whatever. And let's sign ourselves another couple backups here. Some backup players, like some prospect goalies that we could use. Let's see. Darcy Kemper, no. The youngest guy on here is... Who's the youngest guy on here? Anders Nielsen. Did he play last year? Yeah, he did. Look for a guy who had a pretty good record last year. Played a lot of games. Poulin played NHL time. Alex Stalock, he played NHL time, 19 and 13. That's not bad for Stalock. Pasquale played pretty good as well. AHL. Carosi, no. I think Stalock would probably be the best guy. He played NHL time last year, 19 and 13. But he's already 26. Never mind. It's either it's probably Poulin. I'd probably go with Poulin. He had a shitty year for the Islanders. Anders Nielsen as well. Islanders got rid of a lot of goalies, it seems. He played AHL. Yeah, let's go with Poulin. Why not? We'll sign Poulin. 2 years at that. 2 years for Poulin for that. And yeah, I think we're good for the goalies. Defensive prospects now. Let's pick them up. Chris Summers is the depth defenseman. I forgot about these guys. Eric Ryba, but yeah, but they're already 26. That's not really. Summers, 35 points. That's all right. James Martin. Chad Rwandel. Matthias Ekholm. Brandon Berlon. I need some guys for the AHL team, though, so that's nice. Torrey Krug. Wow, Torrey Krug's on there, really. He didn't play at all last year, that sucks. Jesse Blacker. Blacker had a nice year, so we'll sign Blacker to a 3-year deal. Like I said, I'm looking at the guys for their stats to see like how they're going to turn out. I'm looking for age as well. Krug could have a good year. I mean, he could turn around. He's still only 23. I will sign him. I will sign Torrey Krug. 2 years for that. TJ Brennan, nope. Brandon Berlon. Matthias Ekholm. Rwandell. Rwandell had a good year. So I will sign him as well. James Martin, did you have a good year? No, you did not. Brandon Berlon, did you have a good year? You had a pretty good year. I'll sign you as well. Want to make my AHL team pretty good as well. So that's pretty good, I'd say, for defense. Sign up some prospects. And now let's go to forwards. Lucas Sutter, why not? Sign this guy up 3 years at that. Mirsak, no. Kosmachuk, yes. Raise you up to about 7.5. We'll just sign a bunch of these red guys as well. Eric Wellwood, did he play for... They made him play on Philly last year and didn't have a good year at all. Anders Lee, nope. Troy Bork, nope. Zuccarello, nope. Sabodka, nope. Tony Radula, nope. Chandler Stephenson, nope. And that's about it. Is there any restricted free agents that are high up there? Nikita Filatov. Do we have to give up anything if we wanted to? This year's 3rd round pick? No. Jimmy Hayes, Morin, King, Cormier, Killorn. Nah, I think we're good. Jason Aikenson's up there as well. Oh, we're on restricted free agents. Whoops. Okay, maybe I should sign Eric Wellwood. Yeah, I think I will sign Eric Wellwood. Give him that. Anders Lee. I need some guys for the AHL regardless anyway, so Troy Bork. Anders Lee. Signed Radula. Stephenson. Yeah, I'll sign this guy. He's 23. Actually, you know what? Bork, I signed Radula. Stephenson I will sign. He's only 20. He could still get a lot better. So yeah, we'll sign him. And I think that should do it for right now. Alright, so let's advance a day, a couple days here, see who signs on our team. Another long video coming up today. Okay, so Torrey Krug accepted. Okay, so Oscar Dance took us. Kosmachuk did. Stephenson did. Lucas Sutter did. Okay, so we got the prospects. Now we're still waiting on the older guys here. Okay, Rwandell did. Jarrett Stoll accepted. Keith Ballard accepted. Ponakarowski did. Poulin accepted. Eddie Lack rejected our roster because our roster's full. Okay. Eric Wellwood did, Brandon Borlon did, and Jesse Blacker did. Alright, so I kind of want to still get Eddie Lack on this team, but we do need to make some trades here for goaltenders. Gotta trade away some goalies that are on this roster right now that I can get rid of. Goaltenders, yeah, we have a lot of goalies. So Danskin, letting look at Danskin's trade value. Okay, years left. Dan Ellis. Dan Ellis we can get rid of. And this Smith guy, he can still get better, but I think we got better guys that can fill out Jeremy Smith. He's already 25, yeah. We can get rid of Smith as well. Alright, we could just trade away these guys. See if any team is interested in any of them, or both of them. Carolina wanted both of them. LA wanted both of them. How good is their trade values? Not too high. I could probably just get like a pick or something for them. Carolina, why not? I'll just get a pick for these guys. Will you give me a second? That won't go through. Somebody with a lot of goalies on their roster as well. LA. Third round pick. There you go. Okay, so we got a third round from LA from them. That's actually good because LA wasn't a really good team last year. All right, so now we can go sign Eddie Lack. Be our backup this year. Okay, so Eddie Lack, I'll sign him to that same year I had. 3 years at 1.7. 0.70 for him. Right, we're still waiting on Petrie and some other guys as well. Okay, so Petrie did accept our offer, so that's nice. Still waiting on Eddie Lack. And Eddie Lack accepted. Alright, so let's take a look now that we got everybody. Let's take a look at everything that we have filled out on our team. Okay, so forward. So we have Ben, Huberdeau, Sagan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so we have 13 guys on our roster right now, which is nice. So we have everybody that we do need that can play this year to play. So that's nice. We got a good defensive lineup here. A lot of defensive players on this team. Like I said, we're just going to be relying on our top 6 guys to get it done this year. I think now with the addition of Huberdeau and Richard Panik for a full year, I definitely think we'll be scoring a little bit more goals than we did. Defense, we have now Daly, Petrie, Goligoski, Ballard, Dillon, and Alexiak. Okay, that's nice. I like that lineup. For defense, and then goaltenders, we have Kari Lehtinen and Eddie Lack to back him up. Cool beans. All right. And this Oscar Dance guy as well. Okay. Okay, so we pretty much have everybody that we need to have signed. We still do have 48 players under contracts. We still have a little bit of cap room left. We can go out and sign maybe if there's still any good free agents, unrestricted free agents still left. Summers, Mirsak, nope. Anders Lee, he's the last guy left. Oh yeah, we're still waiting on a couple guys as well. I think we are. Did I reach out to Radula? I don't think I did. If I didn't, I want to. I don't think I reached out to Radula. No, I didn't. I should have, though. He's young. He's 23. Justin Falk's available. Troy Bork. He's only 20. I really should reach out to him as well. And these will be the last 2 guys that we sign. Because then we'll have a full 50-man roster. Helmet. Alright. And once again, this is going to be a really long video. Okay, Radula accepted it, and Bork accepted it. Okay, so let's get out of free agency now. I think we have all the players that we need to get. And we'll wait for our players to get that jump. So this will be interesting. I'll wait till the end of the video here, and then we'll check out the jumps. Hopefully we should be a better team this year. We have 50 players on the roster. We got a full roster here. As many players as you can have on an NHL team, we got it filled up. Lots of prospects. Filled it up to the brink. Just gonna have to wait here at the end here, and then we'll check out the jumps as we get ready for the preseason. Alright, come on here. Hurry up. Been recording forever. Long ass video today. But you guys should probably enjoy it anyway. I know you guys will. And we're just about to the end of free agency. All right, let's simulate it up a little bit more. Just wait for these guys to get the jump. Right before preseason starts. Okay, yeah, you're expecting 42 wins this year. Yep. Scouting assignment will send him out this year. All right, let's see who the top picks are going to be. Harper, Connor McDavid. Yep, I expected that for this year. Beaton, Huber. Yep, so those looks like the top picks this year in the OHL for those guys. Bittner. Yeah, Shane Harper, I think. No, not Shane Harper. Some Harper. Connor McDavid. This is going to be the top pick this year. D'Souza, yep. Locke. Lavielli, Pillin, Mayo, Van Horn. A couple of the names I recognize. Goaltenders this year. Nothing really too special there. Alright, so I know where I'm going first off. Forwards for the OHL, 6 weeks. Get Connor McDavid drafted up. Alright, let's keep going here until preseason starts. Okay, the preseason starts up right here, so we'll move it up to the 22nd. Alright, so now it's time to just take a look at all our guys and see if the jumps actually did happen and who is staying where they are at. Alright, so forwards, overalls. Alright, so Seguin did jump up to an 88 overall. So Tyler Seguin, 88 overall now. Dear God, this guy's a stud. Let's take a look at his stats now. His shooting category is good. Puck moving skills are nice. He's a really good defensive player now. Skating, yep. So Tyler Seguin's good. Ben stayed at 88. Huberdeau went up to an 87 from an 82. That's awesome. Tarasenko went up to stayed at 83. Cody Eakin went up to an 82. Stoll's an 82. Peverly is an 82. Ponikarovsky went down to a 79. Panic went up to a 79. Roussel stayed 78. Fiddler stayed 78. Wandell stayed at 77. Okay, interesting. Defenseman, Daly, 85. Petrie, 85. Goligoski, 83. Ballard, 81. Dillon, 81. Where's Alexiak? Probably in the, minors. He's an 80. I'll have to send Aaron Rome down. Okay, and then goalies. Here's the big question. Ooh, good draft. Good pick. Good free agent signing. Look at that. Eddie Lack, 84 overall. That's an amazing backup we have now. Amazing backup. Thank you, Johnny Superman. If you guys are wondering where I got that from, yep, it's definitely was a good signing for Eddie Lack, no doubt about it. So Carleton and Eddie Lack, now we have a really good 1-2 punching goalie this year. Okay, let's take a look at our prospects that we have down here in the system. Chasen is actually down here. Interesting. Okay, so Nick Ritchie will be playing in the CHL. Radek Faksa can now play for the AHL, so that's awesome. He'll be getting a lot of time this year, no doubt. Dickinson's still in the CHL. Horlock is in the CHL. Brett Ritchie plays in the AHL once again. Chasen, he'll be coming up, obviously. Lucas Sutter, Kosmachuk, Volk will play in the CHL, in the AHL already. That's nice. Winther can play in the AHL. Eric Wellwood can play in the AHL. Radula, Stephenson, Bork, Ferguson plays in the CHL. And yeah, that's it. All right, so we got look at all these 3.5-star red prospects that we're gonna have to play this year. It's crazy. And defenseman, Alexiak, he's gonna get called up. Burlon plays. Nemeth gets to play. Rwandel, Blacker, and Torrey Krug, and Austin Levy as well. And goaltenders, Poulin actually went up to a 77. That's not bad. Jack Campbell up to a 76. Oscar Dansk up to a 70. So we could play Poulin, but I still want to give Oscar Dansk the time he need. Not Oscar Dansk. Jack Campbell and Oscar Dansk will definitely be sharing goaltender swaps this year. And that's it. All right. So next video we'll probably do the line edits and get ready to start our next year. So 40-minute video this time, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Really long one. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. As always, subscribe, guys. And I'll see you next time.